What if the lands we live upon aren't quite everything we thought they were? Well, today we get to find out all about some uncharted lands and build a beautiful yet endearing civilization in Pioneers of Pagonia. The premise is simple. Start with the basics and build up enough to survive a harsh yet beautiful land and see how much we can uncover. People, if you aren't already, do consider subscribing to the channel and checking out the other ways to support me, as I love making long movies and they're always on fairly niche city builder games. Now, without further ado, let's get stuck in. Well, here we are in our new little world. So we're going to get started with all the basics. Find all Pagonian settlements, befriend all factions. We're going to build out something glorious. If you don't know what Pioneers of Pagonia is, we're going to, well, get started. It is what the settlers should have been in a modern day, really. We'll start with the basic resources. We will go with wood, stones, copper, and logs. So we'll get a basic thing set up. And the premise is, essentially, roads matter. So we're going to try our best to build them in a way that actually helps us. So almost grid-like, but there needs to be multiple ways to get to everything, if that makes sense. So it's quite important. So what we're going to do is grab the stone nodes and we're going to go for some basic food supply. So we've got some berries and some mushrooms out there as well. So we'll probably just dump one out this way and we'll get a few roads in as well. So we'll do something like this for now. But yeah, if you look across the top, you start with 50 population is what we're going with. So a brand new settlement. You get your homes, carriers, construction units, all that sort of stuff. And then all resources will be inside of here as well. So I'm just going to get the basic thing set up and then we're going to look at the objectives. And those basics require houses. And for our first lot, I think what we'll do is place them. We'll start with maybe a grid of 5 here, and we'll leave a little space for a little something later on over that way. And then expansion-wise, you need to put down these guard posts, and they expand your territory. But first, we're going to go in and make sure that we've got the workshop on the go. And this is going to be our tool maker, essentially. So we'll put it over this way, and we need to discover probably some copper. Now the map is pretty damn big. As you can see, we're starting down this area. We've got all of this to discover. There is other factions and stuff like that. So we'll be playing about, enjoying what it has to offer as well. But it's really, really nice looking game. Love it. And there's our first house coming in, look. And obviously wood matters quite a bit. So where do we want to put our village hall? I'm feeling right up here, if I'm honest. Should we get it right there? Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to build just to try and make it look nice, get through everything, see where it ends up, right, and just enjoy our time. So we managed to almost house everybody. And what we'll do is go backwards off the back of these in a little 6 grid. And then I'll bring the road down like that. And I'm not going to connect up because I might get something else in here. But the main thing is the workshop. And then we'll need to get our expansions. So we'll grab in our very first guard post. And honestly, I'm trying to decide where we're going to go. I think we just go straight up and in. So we'll stick this right at the top. And I'll go through the guard post now. So what we need to do is basically this is what they'll do is they use pickaxes to remove the stones and increase your build border. So we need to go through doing that. Just looking, here is the copper. So we're going to want to push this bit actually across as much as possible. Here's our workshop though. So we've got spears, stone picks, which is by the Pioneers. We've got axes, hammers, daggers, swords, and pliers. I'm going to start with 5 of each of the starter ones that we've got here. I'll get the other ones in a moment, but we need to get that copper in. The good news is the first set of tools are just stone, so we should be absolutely fine. And I will go ahead and get a second expansion. It doesn't take long for population to start building. I'm going to get another one over this way. And these two will be my main ones used for pioneering. There's a whole host of decorations. I'll try and make the whole town look really nice later on. It doesn't cost anything. It's all ornamental, so we can do that a little later on and just kind of have a bit of fun with decorating the place as well. But I'm here just to have a good time, see what the 1.0 offers, all that sort of stuff. And then our last, there we go. So we've got our things in. what we then need to do is go to our village hall. We are going to recruit in. I'm going to say 10 guards for now. I'm not going to go into any of the others yet. We're getting extra ones in, but we'll move on with that. The village hall is used to set the amount of each. So pioneers, look, gather wood within range of your ship. Can level ground or construction sites. Constructs buildings made of basic construction materials. So they're your builders, the pioneers. The guards are the ones that do the expanding of territory. With these guys, you kind of select, but I'm going to leave them to just push out from here. And these guys, I'm going to explicitly put this first marker, which is the claim guard focus point. And we just need to wait for those spears to come in. And when those guards then come in, they'll use the stone, I think it is. Yeah, the stock is the stone used by guards to mark the expansion. So it costs stone to expand the stone territory. And already, look, you can see our population increasing. Newborns per minute +6. So we've got to manage that with both food and houses and that type of thing. I am actually going to stick one more house there, and then I'll slowly get a couple more in. We'll let those guys build. So as soon as we've got our axes in and stuff like that, we should be good to go. So we've got to get copper. That's the main thing. The spears coming in, we're going to need 10 of those actually. So let's get that going. And those will be then used to unlock the woodcutter, and then we can cut out this patch of wood. And there we go, we've expanded out and we've unreleased some of the copper. So I should be all right to start. It's quite a bit up there, so I'm going to go as close as I can, because it will make sense once they've kind of released it. And we'll probably bring this around from here as well. Do something like that so we can get a couple of houses along the edge if we need to, maybe some tools. And we'll start getting that going. They're already expanding all the way out, so there's more food and stuff in here. And we're going to be on the hunt for some other resources. I can see some more stone up there. Some more stone up here. A little bit of coal there. We are going to need that at some point. But the main thing for our progression is to get this copper. And look at that. We're almost on 100 already. It moves so fast. So let's get another set of houses set up around this section. And as progression comes in, as our faction master builder, hello, we can now get wood. I'm going to set up the woodcutters camp. And I'm also going to have a look. So we've got this wood workshop now, which unlocks hunting bows, fishing rods, torches, wooden rods, and wooden shields. There's all sorts you can kind of unlock. But this is going to be a bit of a woodworking station. And honestly, I feel like here is right for now. So we'll get that in. Now, the weaving shed, we haven't quite found any flax yet. So I'm not going to put that in yet. But that is used to produce cloth and ropes. And it takes knives to run the thing. So each production chain has quite a bit of depth to it. It's been a while since I played it, if I'm honest. I played in early access. Those of you who have been around for long enough will remember me playing it probably 2 years ago. I'm not even sure, but it is vastly different. And now off the back of that, look, we've unlocked a couple of things. So we've got to gather some softwood trunks, produce an axe, build the woodcutter's hut, which we're doing, and then produce cloth and build near flax for the forager's hut. So let's see where we're at. Hopefully some copper coming in. Yep. And if you didn't know how it works, what basically it means is these carriers here, you see the total carriers, when you haven't got them hired in, they're the ones that carry resources around all the roads for you. So if we click on the building, they highlight in green and it'll show you how many are bringing resources, so aka copper, from over here to then go into our workshop in order for us to produce our axes. And I think what I'll do is go to 6 axes. That's enough for 2 woodworkers. I'm going to increase this to 10. And I'm going to start getting in some of the hammers and the... Let's go 6 of the knives and 5 hammers for now. That'll do. And it looks like we're discovering more copper. It's a big thick node there. That's awesome. Hopefully this should last us for quite some time. You can tell them what to not gather here. So we're going to focus on copper. And they can gather a bit of stone when it's there as well. Why not? You discovered the border of Pagonian village. Oh. So we want to expand our border as quick as possible here, because if we don't, they're going to take it. I'm going to get both of these to claim it. I didn't quite expect them to be so far, so close to us, if I'm honest. So we're going to go for these ruins over here as well that I can see. The Arcane Architects, that's their name. So we'll explore the faction. You can do trades and things with them, and there'll be some missions we can do. That's the idea behind it. And let's get some houses off the back of this now, hopefully. I'll get 2 more. And then, honestly, I'll bring that all the way around. Why not? I'll leave it a dead end at the moment. And there are a couple more things we've unlocked, guys. So we have now got the hunting lodge. We have a lot of rabbit knocking about. So I think I might stick it up here. Get a hunter's lodge in. And then we've got the fishing hut. So I'm not actually making fishing rods yet, but it might be a good idea, as we have a good amount of fishing, to just set that up down here. So that means in my toolmaker then we are going to need to get some fishing rods, which is the woodworker, right? So we're going to set the bows to, how many do we want for hunters? I think 3 go in there. So we'll say 6, and then we'll say just 3 fishing rods for now. And this is our first lot of wooden shields and stuff for soldiers if we need them to. And I'm going to go ahead and also take my builders up to 30 total. The other ones, not builders, pioneers. We have builders here though. So we'll get some direct builders. So there'll be the hammer guys that work on that. So we'll maybe go up to 6 on there. And then guards, I'll go to 15. I might get 1 more, because if we can expand, the better. And there we go. We're hitting their border. I can see their buildings down here. They've got some really good nodes, which is unfortunate, actually. So we'll probably try and expand it as far as we can. And you can only go in the area of influence, right? So once we hit border, that is as far as you can go. So we're going to want to try and expand and claim as much out here as we can, just to kind of block them, if I'm honest. Still no flax, which is a little bit annoying. But I'm going to go ahead and build another expansion tower out this way. And this tower I'm going to use to push out as far as I can into the abyss this side. And it looks like we've unlocked a good amount of coal over here, so that's going to be pretty handy. Now just notice we do have the quarry now. Stone gathering just off the little stones at the moment is okay, but we are going to want one of these in, and there's quite a lot of stone nodes around here, so it might be a good idea just to get one on the edge next to our other border thing here, and they'll cover all these stones off, right? And there we go, we have our fisher hut in, so hopefully soon we'll be able to fish this area once our tools come in. I didn't actually check what it is to make fishing rods. We have some. 1 wood, 1 rope. Did we start with some rope then, or are we missing some? I guess we're missing some. So I'm going to preemptively start to make the weaver shed though. And what I will do is set that up. I'm going to take a little guess and hope that we've got some down here. I see some sand, but flax, is that some right there? There is a little bit there. So we are going to be able, oh, there's quite a bit up there actually. So let's go ahead and get our gatherer. And we'll get these placed right here, and then we can start our rope production. We're gonna have to put a road through like that for now, because there's stone everywhere. That is the wrong building, by the way. It's actually the gatherer. The forager's hut is flax. There we are. So what we'll do with this one is turn these guys off, and we'll say exclusively grab flax. All right, so we also have the provisioner now that uses knives to make it. They create rations for our exploring Pagonians and as food for quarriers and miners. So we are definitely going to need them. Let's get that going. Tiny bit of industry here. We'll soon be able to get some storage up, I hope. But just not yet. And here's all the mines. We've got a copper hut, coal hut, iron hut, and silver hut. Could probably prep some of this too. I don't want to go over the top of the flax though, if I'm honest. And then each thing, if we look through, so as example, the soldiers right here, they all require certain things. So you need a bronze sword and wooden shield to train one of these. Builders obviously require the hammers. And pioneers, we'll leave that going. I might get... Guards are pretty good though. We'll just leave those for now. Just going to set a small amount of each thing so they can produce it ready. And I'm going to get some tongs ready because they're used by smiths and smelters. So we are going to need those at some point. Now, what are we missing? No staff present in here. We actually need to get our hands on some hunters, which I think we're hindered by the bows, which is rope. So this needs to hurry up. A weaving shed. Let's say always stock 10 rope. Cloth, we're not going to do too much. We're going to say stock 20. I should probably do 1 of each, but we'll kind of let it happen. Yeah, maybe we'll pause the cloth. We'll get the rope in first. And there we go. We produce cloth. We can construct new equipment and buildings. That kind of unlocked a lot. So that's the construction camps, a residence of construction units. They will go here when waiting for a new task. Military camp. they will go here when waiting for a new task. So if you're trying to expand, you can have your builders sit a bit further out. That's good. Mines we don't necessarily need at the moment, but the tailor shop we might. And we can use that hunted leather to do stuff. Hopefully we've got these bows coming in now. Yep, the rope is on its way. Precious artifact was discovered. There's something over here. I think I'm... where's my provisioner? So, with the provisioner, I don't know which one. I think it's only going to use... Yeah, we'll let them use fish and meat, I think, to make provisions. That's good. And then when those rods come in, hopefully we'll have that on the go. And look at that. We now have storage. Stores a surplus commodity type as soon as output piles become full. Or stores an individually selected commodity. Ideal. So we're going to stick you right in there. Actually, I'm not going to do it yet. I was just thinking, what do we want? Warehouse is a good idea, so they don't carry it over each time. But I almost... Do I want a centralized one for now? Maybe. Because you can set multiple items into here. And because they require it from here, it's probably not a bad idea. So each category, you'll have certain things. So if we look at the requirements, it's always just normal wood. And then some are softwood. So we'll make sure they go in. So we'll get one of each. Why not? And that can kind of be a wood store. And fishing is starting. There they are. Our little fishers doing their deed. Got 14 provisions in. That was quick. That should hopefully mean now we're going to pull in some leather. There isn't actually any deers. It's just mostly rabbits. So we'll have to look a bit further afield, but that is absolutely fine. There's some better boar and stuff up that way. I think it's time we get another expansion node all the way out here and we try and get the extra person running this. And I think we can get through the trees just fine. So let's do that. And we'll train up to 20. And the guards are handy anyway, so... Our quarriers have mined stone blocks. This opens up a realm of possibilities for our builders. I design plans for new buildings. Awesome. I'm just going to slow it down a second because what that means is they produce... Not you. These guys will go ahead and mine stone blocks directly from this when they have them. So we should be able to get in a couple of little stores, ideally. I've kind of messed up because I can't get that road through there, so we're going to have to come around the other way. That's all right, though. I can make use of it via this. And then we'll bring the road along the cliff edge. And then we can build on this area. And we've got a good amount of coal over that side too. So I'm just going to go ahead and get in our bits here. Because we're unlocking quite a lot. But I want some proper little storages for our extra stones. So we've got one here. This one's going to be stone blocks. Then we're going to have another one. Which is going to be... I know I could do one big one. I'm going to go ahead. That's limestone. Sorry, we're going to go stone blocks with that. And then we'll have a third one, which is going to be our small stones. Okay, let's stop a second and have a look over everything. So at the moment, we've got the tools that we need. We need to get into things like smelting. Stone is going to improve. Copper's not the best, but I think it's probably worth us just getting smelting going anyway. But that will require some kind of mining of the coal. So we will firstly get the coal hut in now. And I'd be tempted to set it up down here, if I'm honest. So let's go ahead and do that. And look at that. We've almost cleared it. So the goal is to completely get rid of the wood here, I'm hoping. So I can build in this. And we'll move our woodcutter a little bit higher up. So I'm going to just pop one now up this end. What else do we have? A guard tower and explorer's hut. So explorer's hut uses rations to explore unknown terrain. I'm going to go ahead and get one of those in because we've got the rations coming in already. So military units. The guards use stones to mark and expand your territory. So rather than guard posts, these are guard towers. Any station unit type can patrol or attack. Requires 10 military units. I'm not sure if this has a wider radius, so we'll stick with the smaller ones for now. What I am going to do is go ahead and get rid of this one and get a new smaller one out this way. So we're kind of building a border from our own guys, you know, just in case. I just want to come into the housing tab now, guys, because there's the new ones called the cottage. And it holds 12 residents instead of 8. And it costs stone blocks, but they're a nicer looking house. So we ideally want to transfer out. I don't know if there's an upgrade button, so we'll try and get them in anyway. Just because they're more comfortable and there's a bigger birth rate with them anyway. And I'm just going to turn up these now to 6. The bows I'm going to go to 10. We're going to go for... We've got the 20 we need there. I'm going to go to 10 builders. 35 pioneers right now. And then we're going to turn up. We need to go to, well, some more spears, hopefully. And then soon I should be able to push in some bronze swords. So I might get 5 of those so we can start soldiers. I'm just going to stick in a couple of roads around the back. And I'm going to do it in a way that preps it ready. So we are going to get rid of that hopefully soon. Because this resource depot is pointless. It picks up a little bit off the floor, but we're going to get it from elsewhere anyway. So let's demolish that building now. And let's really start to make sure our plan is good. There we go. So we have the road round. We are fine. How's the expansion going? What is that right there? That looks awesome. What is that? Yay, we have iron. Nice. So we're going to get this in ASAP. And I'm going to stick it right next to it. Ideal, if I'm honest. And then explorers, we're going to need to hire some of those up. So what do we need for explorers here? We need backpacks. Okay, and a guild hall. Something we don't have yet. Now, we're a little bit unlucky on copper. We don't have loads. We could potentially get one of these in and it can reach these guys. Just slowly getting in a bit of everything. There is no silver yet. I know you can mint your own coins. Looks like we have found some silver. Okay. Not going to get that yet, though. Now, the smelting works produces obviously multiple different bars, and we're going to want somewhere to make do with this. Firstly, let's have it a little bit further down. We'll get it in here. And this one is going to be for iron. And I'm just going to get them to smelt that up ASAP. And houses, we're going to want a couple more cottages. So I'm just going to place 2 more. That was wrong. I'm going to flip that around, and we'll go there. And then there is this thing where you basically got to look after your people. So you have these market stalls, which needs merchants. And then you have your market fountain, which supplies areas with water. So I'm going to go ahead and stick one in. And then forager's hut, I'm going to bin out, and we're going to move that out. So we're going to go a little bit further afield. Now, I'm not going to place a forester just yet, because it can plant. I'm not going to do it, because we've got plenty of forest here to go. And the other one is a well. The well workers collect water to supply farms, foresters, and bakeries. We are going to need that at some point. And now I think we're going to just turn on the cloth to get that moving. And I'm also going to hopefully send a road around so we can connect it in. One of these market stalls, if we've got the fountain there, should we get a market stall next to it? I think what we're going to do is connect these guys in then. Realistically, that makes sense. And then I should be able to get a couple more houses. Look at these new ones coming in, man. They look so much nicer. I'm just going to create a bit of a grid ready here. And I think we can just plan out where we kind of want the bakery and stuff to go. Now, this one's a mint. We're not going to do that yet. That's gold and silver coins. I'm not going to do copper coins. I'm just going to leave it as is and kind of let the resources come up. I think we need to get a little bit of a storage in for our meat. So if we just get one of you, I'm just going to say, stick that as your rabbit meat in there. And I know we need a guild hall. I know, it's over here. We need 8 stone blocks, though. We've only got 4. And it's pretty expensive, so I'm just going to chill. All right, let's get our guild hall in. I'm going to place it in the middle next to our town hall, because I think we need it to get our... Well, those are trade carriers, builders, diggers. So how do we get our smelters? We need cannot hire, no guild hall available. Okay, so we need the guild hall. That's fine. So we need big stones. I'm going to untick these guys and we're going to say get the stone blocks, please. I think we might be hindered by stone blocks quite considerably, so we might want to get another one. So have we got any other big nodes? We do. We got a very good section over here with big nodes actually. So I'm going to go ahead and also stick this next to it. Now, we seem to be uncovering a good amount of copper up here again. That little bit of silver is not great. Well, it's handy because we can make some silver stuff anyway. We're going to need it for the magical items and all that because you can make wizards and all that sorts of nice goodies, you know. And then we've got a whole chunk of coal down here again that we'll probably want to get our hands on. Mysterious location of unknown origin. Purpose discovered. Purpose is still unknown. We need explorers. And look at that. We have a little marketplace. I don't know. We can just say anything for now on these. The guild hall, I know, is ready. Lovely. There you go. Workers ordered by buildings. Smelter. But we don't have pliers. Is that what the problem is? I think it might be. Let's go up to 6. Let's go up to 12, actually. I think that's the right thing. Let's increase these numbers. And look at all this area. We've got rid of all of this section. So I'm just going to place 2 at the back. I might save that for what is a little pub of some kind. Because there is one, I believe. There's the tavern. We are going to need it at some point. So I might just chill on that one. The market fountain does cover pretty much all of that. And just like that, we got a good amount of stone blocks coming. So it shouldn't let that hold me back at all. So, construction camp. Where should we put them when they're not working? I don't actually know. I think really we should spend some time grabbing this stuff as well. So should we get this silver? Get that in. And then we'll probably want to smelt with that one as well. So the mint. No, let's get another smelter for the silver over this way. And iron bars are coming in. I'm just going to leave that on infinite now. And what else do we have? The tailor shop produces the backpacks. That's great. Let's get that in over here. I'm trying to keep them segmented together. And an arcane academy we can also get in. We also have military academy and the adventurers guilds. Train fearless adventurer units and equip them with armor and weapons. We smelted our first bar. Oh, that's great. Okay, so what did that unlock then? Treasure Hunter's Lodge. I don't want to mess with treasure hunters just yet. But sawmill would make softwood beams. This sounds like a great idea. So, I don't really want to go over most of this stuff just yet, but I don't want to take it too far away. So I'm going to put the wood sawing that end. And ideally, we want to move the woodworking workshop. So the wood workshop, we're going to move up this end. So we've got them kind of centralized. And I'm going to go ahead and bin that one out. So they can hurry up and build this. We'll move this along, and then our wood will be from this side. And we'll get a little road around the back as well. You discovered enemy territory. Someone's not happy over here. We got to be careful. Ooh, okay. So let's get a guard tower in on this area. I think that's sensible because we're going to be mining through here quite a bit. In terms of weapons, let's go up to 10 of the silvers. And then when we get some more shields, we'll go in on that. And that does mean I should be able to train some soldiers. So I'm going to go to 10 soldiers now. And I'm praying that's going to be enough. Should be. And we'll start to fight. Right, I'm going to try and destroy a couple of these houses out because I can't see a direct way to upgrade. And we're going to go to the better ones. Woodworking shop is back in. So let's get these set back up. And I'm going to keep them capped, to be honest. Let's go back up to 10 shields. And 10 of each of those. We are good. So I should, in theory, be able to get my soldiers in. I don't know whether I want to place them, actually, on the safe side. Keep them in over here. Military camp, you know. Should we maybe have the military camp at this end then? There's quite a lot of builders that we're going to need to train. Right, I'm going to secure just a little marketplace and water for this section here as well. So we can go ahead and get some more houses in. I think I'll stick it like this. And then I'm going to go round these guys. So we've got like a bit of another block. Will that fit? I hope. Yeah, perfect. So we can have like a bit of a block of houses just there. Now, if we look, we're running pretty low on stone. The X means there's no income of normal little stones. And now we've got those other ones. Let's tick this again. Copper just pretty much means that we haven't got any more yet. So with this node gone, I could probably get rid of this. Because we do have the normal mining. Alright, our explorer's hut is good, by the way. So they're off out. We're just going to leave them kind of doing their thing. It looks like there's something out over here. What is that? Grimy bulwark. Scavs hoard their mine's resources here and use them to recruit new units or build more grimy bulwarks within their territory. 25 enemies. That's concerning. I'm just going to send my soldiers up from here to go kill these boar because they will run my adventurers off, so we can't be having that. Alright, we need a bunch of hammers, so I need that to kind of happen. Quite a bit going on. There's the camp. We've managed to explore it, look. I got a plan to take you out then. Your units are being attacked by scavs. Alright. Let's set guard point here. Because our explorer can't really do much. Let's send him this way for now. They uncover the fog if you didn't know. So they'll go out and just kind of check out the island for us. I'm just chucking in a few soldiers into this guard tower now. Hopefully that'll be okay. Well, we can just keep spamming them in as the people come. The idea is we're going to need to take that out. So we're on to building just these houses. Now the main thing for me at the moment is getting the correct tools in to start doing stuff. So as it stands, we're very reliant on staff, but we need hammers to get those staff. So as it stands, we're just waiting on those. They are coming in though. I'd be very tempted to get a separate workshop here. Alright, so I've got my units over. As they start to kind of pick out, look, we've just killed one. We should be able to slowly, but they're going to get us as well. They're building out to us, look, as you can see. So we're going to want to probably set patrol. So as they come in, oh, they're killing mine. They have much better attack power than us. Yeah, my soldiers are gone already. Wow, they're going to be strong then. So there's 25 and then multiplying. So we're going to want to spam out some swords, I think, and then get ourselves some soldiers, which obviously means we're going to need more shields. So I've got another one coming in here anyway, so that's fine. We'll try and spam in those. And it looks like we're going to need that forester in after all. That didn't take long, did it? So let's, for now, stick the forester in just here so they can carry on. And then we'll allow these guys to just keep cutting around from here. Being a hell of a lot of death in here, so you need to kind of get stones. We don't want to claim anything. Let's send those soldiers back out. And we do have second production now. So what I'll do is I'm going to pause the tongs and the axes for a second. And we're just going to focus on hammers. And then in this one, we're going to hopefully get this stuff in. So we're going to go for more swords and hammers. I'm going to click produce on demand of stuff as well, actually. That might be the right way to do things. I didn't see that one, so that's pretty handy. Yeah, these things absolutely rip through my soldiers, by the way. We've killed a couple, but I think they multiply. There's 23, so we're doing something, which is nice. I think they're creeper, yeah. They have a much better attack power than us. So we need to get up to something better. We're already hitting a bit of a wall against these. So military academy. Let's get this thing up here. And this is where we can then use to train these guys, can't we? So, iron sword and wooden shield give us 8 attack power. Unfortunately, they only have 3 attack power. It's pretty awful. So, we need this thing in. Iron everything is the way to go, though. So, an iron workshop with our 47 iron should be the play. So, let's get our ironsmith on the go. Right, ironsmith going in. I've just realized we could get the toolsmith in as well to do a lot of these. So, we can separate them all out. Otherwise, because I'm sure it just works quicker, which I think is the right play. So we're going to go ahead and get that in as well. We'll try and meet the needs of most things. Yeah, they've pretty much killed everything. Look, there's one more there, but he's going to kill us. Absolute wiping the floor with us here. I'm going to untick this a second. We need to build the army, because we're just wasting resources and people. Oh, what is this? A mysterious location, its purpose is still unknown. We can put a road into whatever this is. Kind of concerned, but kind of gives us stuff. That's good. I'm going to continue to recruit in anyway. We're working on it as much as we can. I do have soldiers in, but I've just got to keep producing. Yeah, and we've got our silver bars coming in. Very nice. Okay, that's loads unlocked. I just got to wait for these to kind of finish them. And I should be able to start building these. So once this comes in, we're going to meet the requirements, and then we're going to hit the training. So we're going to hit training on probably the metal advanced soldiers, sorry. So iron swords is the only difference with those. And then we'll just stop making the normal soldiers, and we'll transition into those. Alrighty, what do we need here then? So we just need the coal and the iron to come in. What else do we need? Oh, silver blade. That's good against Fearnaughts and werewolves. That makes sense, right? The toolsmith, though, should come in pretty handy. Hopefully we'll get the iron swords in before long. It looks like they are being transferred over, so we've just got to wait for those to come in. And then I should be able to start training slightly better soldiers. Now, chainmail and iron shield. These means for every one of these, we could take out 2 of these. That means we'd still need about 15, which is concerning, but that's all right. Treasure Hunter's Lodge. We don't need that yet. Just thinking about what else we probably want to do, and there is some farming that we could do. Question is, where do we want to farm? This looks really good, doesn't it? So maybe if I start placing this. These things are very strange because it's individual squares that you have to do. I don't know what the efficient amount is, but eventually you want to grow something, right? We can have our own source of flax as an example. And I am looking, and I don't see much. So if I do maybe like a flax field across here, and that should copy across to these. But then you will need, I think it's a well. We get one of these for the farms just here. They don't need to be perfect. What we'll do is just place them around. We'll get in some pumpkins, and then we'll paste that in. I actually don't know if flax is worth it in here, so we'll do a little bit and we'll see how we get on. Oh, we're under attack via bandits, it seems. Where the hell are they? Okay, so we need to patrol. Alrighty, we have some soldiers now. We have the advanced soldiers, 10 normal and a couple of the scouting ones. Plant 1 tree. Green thumb, very nice. So bandits disappeared. We're going to look after that next time. I just need to ramp up my production if I'm honest. So that's what we're working on. I need to also get in some more houses. So I think we'll just squeeze some around the place, to be honest. There's a whole bunch that we need to get done, but the main thing is we're trying to recruit up. I would love to get in veteran soldiers, but we need way more metal. And that is not possible yet. Oh, hold on. Is it possible yet? It might be. Oh, yeah, it's right here. So, chainmail, we could, in theory, let's try and get our hands on 10 veteran soldiers because we've got a bit of a problem. Thieves are trying to steal your goods. Cunning thief. Nice. Yeah, if we can get up to those, we can clear this out, right? That's the main thing. And I'll make sure I tick all of these so we can see the soldiers as and when. So you do have to go in and obviously tick what you have, guys, otherwise it won't show. Which I like. You've actually got to specifically tick what you need. So I've just realised if you take over what they have here, look, there's all sorts. So it's pretty good. I imagine they have loads of stuff. So yeah, we got a lot of recruiting to do. I'm going to pretty much send all the soldiers over because I think we can do it. Can we do it via this? Or do we have to build a specific... I think we have to build the guard towers. We need multiple military camps too. We'll get another one over here so we can push them towards that. I think this copper hut is finally done, so we're going to have to get more copper in. Now, we do have the copper mine that we can probably run over this way now. And I don't think that's a bad idea, so I'm just going to stick that up there. And there we go, we've got our first veteran soldier coming in. That's 24 total. You can only fit 25 per military camp. We've put 5 down here to kind of protect the area because there's bandits and stuff. And it is a bit of a pain, so... And we'll have them kind of attack in the area. Kill the bandits off. There we go. So I thought we'd put some decent soldiers in so they can stop stealing. I think the scavs were pushing further in on my zone too. So I'm going to get a second ironsmith. We're under attack. Joys. Oh no, we're all good. We fended them off just fine. I'm going to get a second ironwork. And ideally I want to put it in this bit. So I can just stick a little road in and not have to change everything. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll high priority this so we can get things moving. And output is full on these. So we really need to start getting in some of this as well. So this one's going to be for the copper. I should probably put one of these next to each. So I think I'll just have a look. Yeah, that's output storage full here. So for the silver, we'll also get one there. Nothing fancy, just enough to keep things flowing really. There is all sorts being produced, by the way. I need another toolsmith down this way. It's becoming more and more apparent how much we need. So I'm going to do a second one in the middle of town. And this is going to match what's required because we need more shovels, more sickles, more saws, more everything. So I've got them all set to produce when they need them. And then I'm going to smash through and create 20 of these softwood beams. Oh my god, there's a giant bandit camp over here. 55 enemies. Holy crap. This is going to be a problem. Right, we're going to need a guard tower this side. Holy moly. I didn't realize we had so many there. So you got to slowly knock them back, which is going to be a huge problem. But it is part of the game. That's why I wanted to play on quite a harder difficulty, just for a bit of fun, you know. But we do have 2 of these smelting up, so hopefully we can start producing something a little bit better now. And really start to get our soldiers in. Veteran soldier numbers going up. That's the main thing. So I'd be in favour of maybe getting one more normal soldier, because these are the guys I probably want to use for defence, and then these guys want to use for attack. Elite guard is halberd and chainmail, though. If we look, that's just chainmail. Where's the halberd? Well, what about the iron lance? Who uses that? The veteran guard. I think these are better. They have 20 attack power, so these are the right play, really. Yeah, it's already 5. And you know what? I might even get a third ironsmith in. It's not a bad idea. We can really, really ramp up our production. Trying to think where to put it, though. And softwood beams have finished. That's pretty nuts. So, steel and gold bar, we're not going to be doing that. A geologist's hut. Holy crap. Artisan and blacksmith. This is magic stuff. That's going to be pretty handy at some point. But not yet. Still got a lot to catch up on. There we go. Garrison. What's this? Guards use stones. This is can patrol or attack each area. That's the one we want. Subsurface mining. That's fine. So the garrison is probably what we're going to want this end. So they're going to hopefully protect this, and then I can push them out a bit further. Oh god, apparently there's some scary spectres coming into town now as well. Spectres gain power by successfully scaring Pagonians and thus multiplying. Cheap equipment guards that better sacrifice the cheap equipment of guards than that of farmers or soldiers. Oh god. Okay, not ideal. Not ideal. Why is everything getting out of hand here? So now we got spectres coming in. I get all these soldiers kind of going around this area now, so we got some kind of defense. I need to deal with one of these at a time. What a nightmare. But we're all good. I think production is absolutely fine. We still need loads more tools, but it looks like farming has begun now, so that's really good. I don't think they can do flax from here. So why is that? Crop farm, there it is. So the crop farm itself needs to be the one in use. So if we get... I might even just put one here then. That's flax. What I can do is then stick in a couple of flax fields along here. Which makes sense, doesn't it? And we'll be able to get our cloth production back up and running. I think from them we should be fine. I think these guys are going to need to go over there to all fight together. Because this is going to be a problem. There's only 23. I'm somewhat confident in our veteran soldiers if they're amongst it, which they are, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. But we've just got to make sure that they do kind of go in, set like a little attack order here. They might just go and nail some of these creepers. Yeah, it seems to be the case, which is good. There should be no reason why we can't kill most of these with our veteran ones. There we go. Right, numbers looking a little bit better, but they do multiply. That's the problem. So you've got to be pretty quick with it. Ideally, you don't want to be going out there. 2v1 should not be a problem, though. That's it. Good stuff. Nice. Okay. Numbers deteriorating. So let's bring this a little bit further back then. Oh, there's one caught out, so we might need to send them in then, just in case. They should 1v1, though, these veterans, just fine. Yeah, they're absolutely nailing them. What are their numbers? 20, 19. I think you've just got to press in, haven't you? I just don't want to catch too many, so if we can pull one at a time, we should be alright. Feels like the right way to do it. Not you weaklings, though. We don't want you going in. They only have the pit watchers aren't as strong, actually, so we're pretty good. As we've got a bit further in, their attack power isn't as solid. So just get amongst it, lads. I expect this veteran soldier to nail these. The creeper's a little bit stronger. He's done pretty well. Yeah, these don't have very good attack power at all, so we can really hurt them here. Keep recruiting in the background, and then I need to deal with that other one that's kind of kicking off as well. But ideally, I'm going to set that to keep pumping units out. I think we've lost them. There's only 11 left. So we kind of want to reset now. We don't have anyone. Even though we're pretty desperate on flax here, aren't we? Output storage full. Maybe we're not. Harvest a resource from a farm field. There we go. That's the things you love to see. Got a thief coming around though. And I think they're going to end up multiplying again, which is annoying. Didn't realize we were constructing this by connecting in. It's this. Forge tomb. So we kind of wasted time doing that. Okay, so probably want to come back to this then. Let's get rid of that. We don't want to be building that right now. Yeah, it's replenished to 20, so really we don't want to be stocking this up until they're happy. Which is fine. So we're going to need... I'm going to go 15 of these big boys before we move forward on that. It's honestly going to take time. This is a lot of production that they need to get going, and a lot of it is down to running low on coal once again. You're doing the good deed, but you just need more. All right, we have the next large house, and I'm going to place a couple of these in. So, really, where should I stick them? We'll get one up there. These hold 30 people in. In an ideal world, we'd probably get rid of these because 3 of these is 36, 1 of these is 30, and they produce more newborns. So we'll get 2 more in there, that should be good. We'll let those kind of run in, and I really need to ramp up my production quite considerably here. Now, have we found any nickel? Don't appear so. I wish you guys would send some units to me as well. That'd be lovely. Just to help me out. 0 nickel, unfortunately. So we can't do too much. We'd have to trade for it. Ideal if we could find it, though. Oh my god, there's another one up there. There's 2 next to each other. Oh, I think they've separated into 2. So we have now all of them. So I'm going to go ahead and untick. We're going to move everyone into this. And we're going to go and try and kill one of these. So that's 13, but there's less of them. And they should be pretty weak. So I'm going to go in and see if we can wipe these out. They're all the strong units. So it should be alright. Alright, good start. And kill everything. I think you got to kill all units before the rest are coming. That's this one. But they will keep multiplying. There's one more somewhere. And they keep coming back out. There it is. Beautiful. Defeat 1 enemy camp. So I'm just going to slow it down. Look at all these resources now. So I should be able to go back to exploring this area now. And we should be able to push this back. Now there's only 11 in that one. We've got 8 left. So we should be absolutely fine to go and wipe this one. So I'm also going to do that because there's probably a lot of miners in there. And if we can get rid of this, we are laughing. It's exactly what I needed to do. And then I can move to work to something else, you know. It's a bit painful otherwise. Now I'll get a couple of units across to this one when I can as well. It's for the spectres because they're only going to get worse. How are they doing? Well, we've got 7 left. I think we're okay. We've got at least 9 plus our 3 there. So we should wipe the floor with these. The attack power should be pretty damn low on these ones. Because they're stone breakers, so that's absolutely fine. Yes, this is great. I'm going to make sure we attack right on this point. So anything that comes out, there's 2 more. One's over there, one's here, so we should be good. Let's wipe the floor with them, guys. 1 more. Boom. Right, cleared it all out now. Look at all this resource that we have around here. Is there, by any chance, any nickel amongst this? That would be lovely. Problem is, we just need to expand our borders now. Let's go ahead and do that. And I think I'm going to get rid of this now. So we can tick this one. We'll allow these to come back in. And then we'll put one across to this one as well when they're in. And they should be able to defend for us. So I feel a little bit better. The next one is going to be this. This one's huge though. There's 55 in this bandit camp. Which is going to be a problem. And I think with that out of the way, I should be able to get the traders camp in now. And does it make sense to have that over this way? I would be in favour of that, potentially. I don't think there's anywhere we can fit it at the moment without building on our new zone. So put our traders camp out this way. Because we'll have a zone to get through in a moment, I think. There we go. And hopefully we can start trading in resources. I'm after some nickel with these guys and that'd be wonderful. So I'm going to get some soldiers in here and we're going to set them to be guarding around this area. So if any bandits come through, we should be fine. Now if we look at each individual bandit, their attack is 8. Yeah, here they come. So hopefully our soldiers will be ready to wipe the floor with these. We'll see. Could be a little bit risky, but we'll send them in anyway. Because they shouldn't be very strong. Yeah, some of the bandits are really weak. So we should pretty much kill these straight away. So we can really start to work on this. And I don't know as when they send, it reduces their numbers. I think it does. But we're all good. We've managed to clear them out and we've got 2 left. So I just need to build up these soldiers now. It's like 1 bandit did get through, but we got some soldiers out this way. And it seems like we just need to defend this section, if I'm honest. Right, I'm just building a little storage over here. And I'm going to set that to provisions so the miners can actually eat. Because it keeps saying that they've run out. But this one is the silver ore, right? So we probably want to untick this one. We'll just pause that one altogether. And then coal hopefully can continue on. There's a bunch of coal down there anyway. I'd probably be in favour of moving and getting another one. So we'll get a road ready. This coal's almost gone. Other than that, we seem to be just fine. Good, we've got soldiers posted around now. And hopefully we can... Well, we'll set these this way. I don't think soldiers can expand territory, so we need to train up. Let's train these guys. Unit able to fight anyone but spectres. Actually, we're going to reduce that. We'll get 2 of these, and we're going to get in the guards, because the guards are required for expansion. And in terms of steel, we're going to want to go into a furnace as well. And this has kind of just become the industrial area without even trying. So we're just going to continue that on, I think. And then I'll bring in a little bit of a road and let's connect these in this way. I might push a little bit of the farming just a little bit more, but they run pretty well. So one will do quite well, as you can see. We might want to put in a couple of cabbages maybe. So let's go ahead and do that across these. And hopefully we can continue expanding out. Lovely. So we can really push into some of these ores. So we've got copper, coal. Did I see any nickel? And we'll try and continue on supplying this now that we've got it. Worth now noting, I think, can we trade? We want 11 chain mile for this one. I don't think that's something I can do yet. We got a windmill and we do have a bakery as well if we wanted to make bread. Let's have a look at the other ones. Gold mine, gem mine, no. So ideally we want to come and grab this stuff soon, don't we? I think that might be nickel right there. That's limestone. By the way, there's 2 bandit camps here too, which is a problem. Wow. That's going to be really tricky to take out. There we go. Spectres are here. I don't know if these guys can even fight them, actually. Panics when encountering spectres. Right, should we work on maybe getting a tavern in? I didn't have enough space. That would have been perfect. I might go ahead and get rid of that. Because if I'm honest, I want to get a tavern in. And then we'll get rid of the market stall. And then I'll get the tavern in there. Then we'll replace the market stall in these little gaps. I think I can get 2. This gap maybe for more houses. Because we can't... I don't know if we can fit a big house in there, actually. We'll go ahead and stick 2 smaller ones in. Now I'm going to go ahead and get a windmill and a bakery. Because why not? We'll get a bit of a store for these guys as well. So we'll get a couple of basic ones. We'll go flour and wheat. And then what we'll do on these guys, because they can be done by this farm, we'll get wheat in this section. There we go. And the tavern is up and ready to serve meals. Cool. How are we doing, soldiers? The bandits coming, are they? Yeah. Well, good news is we've got plenty in this guard tower, so we're fine. Well, they seem to be doing pretty well against this, actually, and it is reducing the numbers as they send them, so there's a lot we'd have to gather to attack that bit, but we've just gone into a very big build with that, if I'm honest. Right, we're going to get a geologist in as well, because these guys will go out and look for gems and that sort of thing. There's no rhyme or reason to how I'm setting this up, but I'm going to get the comfort meals in for my tavern as well. So we'll get just a little subset of them around here. I like to just dot a few in. Why not? Oh, well, that one doesn't work. That's not in range. But the other ones are. And then I don't know whether I want to set up a new housing zone. I'm going to be in favor of it. Quite a big one up here. Right, we've got steel ready. I just need to find some nickel. Now, I really don't know how to deal with these spectres. It's got to be someone we can train to deal with that. Adventurers Guild trains fearless adventurer units and equips them with armor and weapons. I mean, try this one out, right? We'll give it a bash. That might have them in. It does say fearless adventurer for the rangers, so maybe we need a ranger over here. Units again being attacked by bandits, but we have got them in a chokehold here, so they can't really get through, which is nice. And look at that, we've got our windmill and bakery. So I'm just going to say, get that going, and we'll go bread, go forever. I don't know whether I want that in this. So flour is required, so they'll always be calling for bread, I hope. So we'll say always go to 20 flour. It doesn't matter because we just need to use the wheat up for it, right? Right, let's grab a trading post in, and we'll get that over this way as well. Now, hopefully I can start that trading properly. And then the treasury, where should we stick this? Honestly, I'm concerned. Probably want to move my wood production a little bit out, but I quite like having the forest in the town, if I'm honest. I love building around everything. I think it looks awesome. Oh, that's where we need to deliver to. 11 chainmail to Far Point. Right, geologist huts then. Let's spend them. Let's try and go out this way, see if we can uncover something this side. And I'm going to ramp up the military academy now, because I want to send into these bandits and try and clear them out to stop them pushing us. It's going to be very costly, though. These spectres keep coming in, so I need to get more rangers. So we're going to change this. Out of the 3, we're going to allow rangers to be in there, and hopefully they can defend around this section. I'm not sure if they help against the spectres, to be honest. Seems to have worked, by the way. I'm going to grab the Arcane Academy in, and we'll stick this at the top as well. And then I think I am going to set up a new... How do I want to do it? I don't want to get terrorized. It's a shame we can't build on this, but actually maybe we utilize some bigger houses over here. And we'll get in just a small marketplace for now that covers these guys with anything. And we have stabilized. We're on 18 veteran soldiers now. I'm hoping I can send them for a bit of an attack. Do you think we're almost out of this coal over this way, so we're going to want to move it. I have no idea where these guys, they're part of the explorer's hut, so let's get the explorer's hut changed. And let's start exploring a bit further afield this side. We're going to pull a second garrison now on the edge of this zone. Come on, let me build it. That works. And we're going to start gearing up to send these guys in. I reckon if we attack here, we'll be able to pull one in at a time. There is a lot. There's nearly 100. It's 98 in total there. And I'm seeing some red over this way too. What is all this? Ah, he's found gemstones around here, hasn't he? Very nice. All right, looks like this iron hut is completely gone as well. So we're going to need more. Let's take a look. So I think we're going to have to go off the mountains. No good. We are completely out of iron, unfortunately. I have enough bars to keep us going, so that's fine. And then we have a bit of coal and copper we can get around this section, to be fair. So I'm going to start getting a couple of these guys in. All right, we'll get those set up so they can start smashing through that area. And then Adventurers Guild will make sure this is always topped up. We'll go 10 in there. What are these guys? Fear Naughts. No. We have Heroic Fear Naughts. Skilled Rangers. A Blade Dancer. That sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? Well, let's try and get 5 of those guys in. And then we've got this thing here, the Arcane Academy. Now, I'm not sure if we have anything for these. We've made wooden rods, but we don't have robes. They're good against specters. So we're going to try and get that in. So we need to find a way to make robes then. So, oh, they're making them. As we need them, they're going to make them. That's awesome. So we're going to deal with the specters via these. I'm just having a look what else we can do. Silver robe and diamond wand. Not necessarily. There's the artisan blacksmith though. So let's go ahead and stick this up here as well. I'm going to keep these close by. It's not like beneficial to us in like the routes that it takes to walk. But I think if we know where it all is, it's a bit easier. A precious artifact was discovered. Ooh, we found a sickle of abundance. We might want to get hold of that. Well, here's our 25. So we're looking pretty good here. I'm going to untick this so we move them all into this one. And then eventually I'm going to tick that for these guys to start pushing this zone. So we're going to move forward and we're going to see if we can pull some of these guys across. I'm just going to stand on the hill. What are the attack power on these? They don't have a lot. Some are more powerful. Some have 8, some have 3. So I'm hoping they don't go too far, but that's not ideal. You go and die, mate. You don't go in on your own like that. Just spent all this time building it up. That's better. So if we pull them away like that, that's great. Majority are going to come down the hill though, so we don't want to go too far, if I'm honest. Not too far. We are killing them though. 35 now. Very nice. That was pretty quick actually. There you go. 15 attack per. Kill the big boy. Kill the big boy. The elite bandit. You win that though. Amazing. So we might be able to clear one of the camps. They'll stop coming at me then. And we can expand out to this bit because there's this really big mountain over here. And I'm hoping we can uncover something pretty good. That was the first lot that went through. We didn't lose many. Let's send them forward. Let's try and keep them moving. That's it. One at a time. That's all we need. There's 21 left on that one. 48 on that one. So we've even killed some of the others. But only 14. Let's make sure we're maintaining a number here so we can continue on. So I haven't got them set to numbers. So we want to maintain 25. We want to maintain 5 of those guys. We want to maintain some of the... That's it actually until we get on to the next ones. We're losing some, but there's only 9 remaining on that one. Have we pretty much lost everyone here? I think so. We did nearly clear a camp. That would have been nice. Let's pull these guys back then. Got a bit too far in. We nearly took it. So yeah, we'll just build that back up. That shouldn't be a problem. It really does slow them down coming for me as well. So, hey, nickel vein discovered. Finally. So I think in order to do this, you go in here and it would pull down. So how far away is that? Not ideal. We need to keep pushing this back then. We actually need to make sure there is multiple guards. Right, we've got our 5 warlocks in here, so those specters can't really do much now, so that's really good. We want all of them to populate in this so we can start pushing out towards that nickel. That's quite important. We've got a lot over there that we need to uncover. Right, looks like we can get these in now. We've got magic torches, we've got emeralds. We need to find some of these. The only one we are going to be able to get is the magic torch then. Who uses the magic torch? None of those. Oh, we found another one quite far out, a thief camp. I imagine thieves are pretty weak. Yeah, they're all the way out there. It's like our bandits still trying to attack, but we'll keep it going. That number has stayed down. It doesn't look like this multiplies, which is fantastic. So we'll be able to push that really soon. They're in our base at the moment, but I'm not going to sweat it too much. I'm going to get my treasury in on this area. May as well start utilizing it. I think we're safe enough with this down here. Nothing's going to come to that. And I'm just wondering when we get this treasure hunter's lodge in. I don't think it's necessary. I'm just seeing what else we could probably get, but for the most part, we're pretty good. We could double up on a few of these. So we'll get another one of you. Anyone that only has one, we're going to get a second one. I think we're okay to place one out this way. We'll just start moving things around. We have 9 again in here, so I probably can push it. I am going to wait, so hopefully we don't lose too many. And what we're going to do is start the trade here. So this is with Sickle of Abundance. Hold on. We're going to start this. So they want 11 chainmail to Farpoint. We're going to try and do that mission, which is in here. It plus 40% upon completion of some kind of happiness. I don't even know, but we'll take it. I'm going to continue to push with the other guys into this one. So we're going to get another standard guard expansion, and I'm going to make sure we get in a few of those. So I'm going to go to 15 now in there. And we can keep a balance of all our tools by just producing what we need. It's a little bit slower, but I feel like it's okay. And we've almost pushed our boundary up to these areas. So I'm hoping we can get that deep mining done very soon. And my specters are being taken out. Those guys are awesome, man. They kill the specters just fine. Yeah, I'm going to worry about that at all. I can't go any further this way because of that thief camp. But what I think we can do now is go finish off this this bandit camp. So let's go and do that. Let's head on in and attack. We don't have all the strong ones. We have a couple of weaklings in here, some normal little soldiers, but I'm hoping they're just acting as numbers because there isn't many in these camps now. We have a total of 27 to fight. So hopefully we'll be all right. We'll go straight in. That's 26, 25, 24. Yeah, we're good. Nice. This is perfect. And we should be able to get some resources from these guys once we claim it. And I really want to push out to this bit, because this could become a nice little housing area. There's one, and we've got 5 enemies left on this other one. Beautiful. Let's push this up. I think one more enemy, and it's the main bandit, is it? No, it's a little weak one. So they'll stop attacking us now, which is great. Perfect. And they actually have some... This is all the stuff they stole from me, probably. That's kind of funny. So we're now going to tick this one, and we should be able to hopefully push these out. And now I don't know what to do against the thieves, which is a little bit annoying, but looks like Spectre's finally killed my guys over here, so we'll work on that. And let's work on getting some fresh quarries in. I think I'll take 2 just up here, and we'll start getting all this stone in. We're really expanding. Place is pretty big now. Let's have a look from here. Look, our village really coming along from the boat there. Looks awesome looking down. That's why I wanted to keep those trees in there. Yeah, I think resource-wise we're fine. I just need to keep pushing and pushing, and I'm really held up by the nickel. There's one thing we can do though, if we get more trades, is we can start the arcane architects, and there's 4 of these we need to give over, so I need to find them. Right, I'm going to get a second military academy in too. So we're going to place another one over here, and this one is going to exclusively do these guys. So we're going to get those up to 25. They're pretty easy. They're just spears. And then we'll maintain you, 15. And then we've got 5 maintained there, so we'll mainly just get the soldiers. This one here can be doing these guys, so we just need to get that built. Hopefully I can start pushing this out even more. We're getting there, right? How many have I got in there? We've only got 4, so once these recruitments get done, because I'm desperate for some more iron. There we go. Now that's rubies over there. I'm just trying to figure out what these are. Good, if you click them, it tells you what's underground, because these are like deep mines, right? Well, how far back was that nickel? Too far, I think. Okay. Well, good news is we're expanding pretty well on this section, so I'm just going to get them to spread all this out, and I'm going to slowly bring the road around, hoping I can fit through. And the answer is yes, so we're going to come to there. And I should be able to get more things in this side. And the same goes for houses here, and we'll then go ahead and get more taverns, I hope. Come on, don't do me like this. That's actually not bad by going there. I'm going to do it, and then I should be able to squeeze some tables in around this area. Right, we have 24 veteran soldiers now. So if we try and push towards this and take out these thieves, that might not be a bad idea. I'm still trying to find where the hell that nickel was. He has marked it somewhere on the map. Maybe we can find some somewhere else. If you're wondering, we're almost there, by the way, to the unlock. So I want to get all of this, but there's restricted content as well. Now, we'll just ignore that for now, but we ideally need to get steel, which is we're stuck with nickel. Gold I'm not too bothered about, and then cement will get us our advanced construction bits. So that should be pretty good. I don't know what population I'm aiming for or anything. I'm just checking it all out, having a bit of fun. There's still a hell of a lot to do, so I need to make sure I get that done. We're discovering a good amount. I just probably need this guy to explore. So I'm going to change his direction, and we're going to come up this area. We're going to see if we can get some nickel. There has to be some somewhere. And as you can see, we are sending our chainmail across just fine. And we just need to find more sickles. Now, there was one on the ground, wasn't there? So I need to make sure we get that. You need to claim the land to pick it up. So we're working towards it. Now, I'm thinking we get a garrison. Do I want a garrison? Maybe this way. Now, this garrison, though, I feel like we should go out attacking. I reckon we can go deal with these thieves. So I don't know how far they're allowed to go, but it is a problem if we don't deal with it. So they become a right pain. Oh, enemy camp. Oh, there we go. Bandit camp. Let's get that one. It's much closer. So we'll send them straight in. Off they go, look. Pretty hefty army, to be honest, right now. Trailblazing in, and they should rip through these bandits just fine. Yeah, all good. I do want to keep the map nice and safe, and honestly... Hold on. Coal-bearing boulder. No. We're all good. I feel like I might be able to use these guys to go on a bit of a discover. Ah, needs to be explored first. Let's use them now to send them into... Is that it there? What's that? That looks like copper to me. Coal. And then nothing found when they go on these bits. Okay, so where the hell was that nickel? Anyway, let's focus up. So, thieves, beware. Let's push them maybe this side and we'll try and draw a few out. Because there is 111 in there. It's quite a lot. So they've gone as far as they can go with the border here. So we need to demolish and rebuild. I don't know if there's a better way to do this. Does this have better radius? No, but it can hold 10. So I might stick this up here. And we'll prepare that one. That's going to just straight have 10 guards. So we can push that. My soldiers are on their way. Oh, congratulations. You are now acquaintances with a faction. Nice. Did I do the job then? Did a good job. Well done, me. That's amazing. So we can start. What's this? We give required by elite soldiers. What are all this? Silver coins, and they'll give us a mace. Friendly needed. Okay, that's quite cool. So copper coins will give us a treasure map. Oh, that might be pretty handy. So you know what? I'm going to get myself a mint in. I'll put it in the middle here. And we're just going to say, you know what? Do until we whatever we need. So for now, we'll just say copper. So we need 13 copper coins. They should go ahead and make that. And we've got plenty of copper to do that. How are you getting on, guys? We're just going to send them forward now. I think they've already killed a few. We'll see now. We'll send them in against the thieves. Attack power is like 2 on a lot of them, so it shouldn't be too difficult to cut through a lot of these. 106. That's it. Take them down, boys. And we're replenishing these in the background anyway, so we're kind of just send wave after wave just to get rid of them. That number's gone down pretty hefty, hasn't it? So pretty good. And that's our attack diminished. Not quite. It's still going well. Right, 77. Not bad. We'll take it. So this one down here, though, when it happens, I do need to turn it off, the attack point. Otherwise, they'll keep going. So let's just... You know what? Let's untick this one. We've got a new one up here. Let's go with this. We'll send them into this one, and then once we have about 20 again, we'll push them in. And just whilst we wait, we're going to put in some small storages for like stones. So we'll start with stone in there. And then we'll pop in a little storage for our trade for the copper coins. Although it's close enough anyway. You know what? I'm not going to do that. We don't need that there. because the mint's already here, it has some storage, we should be fine. And we're only making what we need. We are completely out of iron bars. Look, we can't even remake our soldiers now until we get some. Alright, we need to uncover this. It looks like it won't take long. We have 5 in here absolutely smashing through it. So I should have my iron very soon. Just a little bit annoying. And it's not deep iron either, so we're going to have to just go with these ones. I will get it in ready. I don't know how I'm going to path this in. I'm going to have to go through here, I think. Yeah, it does work through there. And we'll hopefully get the iron moving. And I'll get a little copper, maybe storage here then where we can. And this will be for iron ore. And then we should be covered. Let's see how our trade's getting on. Alright, coins coming in. Then we'll have a treasure map. That's exciting. Oh, what's that? They're free. They'll give us this stuff for free. I've just realised. 4 tusk necklace. Ah, it'd be nice to get a silver coin from Mace as well. That's pretty cool. I might complete this another time. Actually, no. Let's let it finish. It's almost done. Look at all these carriers. Look, the whole train of them to go and get the stones filled up in here so we can smash this out. There is a bit more silver here, which is nice. And I'm just going to lay out a little bit. Can I not build here? Forbidden sediment. That's annoying. But we're able to carry all those resources now. So we've managed to collect those up. That's amazing. And hopefully the other ones. That's why they all came. So we're going to bring all this in. A little bit of iron for us, which is nice. And then I should be able to grab this. Complete your first trade. Well, I did already do a trade technically, but we'll take it. I'm pretty sure that will make them quite happy with us. Yeah, look at that, 80%. We're nearly friends. Thieves I can't do anything with until I rebuild my army, so I'm quite in favour of getting 2 iron mines here, because we're going to need quite a bit of it. 2 iron huts. And there we go, we're back in the iron. Now, this right here, I believe, is gems as well. So it's going to pay to try and get one of these in. I am going to have to go through all of these, though, first. So let's get all this surface junk out of the way. A bit of silver. I'm calling it junk, but I need it. So we can carry on making coins. There's coal, there's iron. There's actually limestone as well, so it might not hurt to get a stone quarry in here. Is it stone quarry? Yes. So we'll get one of these in as well. We'll collect all of this stone. I don't know how we get limestone. That might be for something else. I'm going to place some packed meals up this end as well, so they haven't got to keep bringing them over. There we go. So all of these miners will require all nutritious meals. Cabbage and drink water. Hold on. I haven't been given any of those. I think the rations are fine. Yeah, it's the... Oh no, it's the tavern that makes it, isn't it? Silly meat. So if we... Let's show you an example. Yeah, there it is. So the tavern will make it, and it can also serve from the houses, but they'll send it over. The carriers will bring that. There's the nickel. It's right in front of me. Okay, so we're going to need... The nickel is in this section, so I can actually build that ready. And what we're going to need to do is get the explorers pushing that. I think we've pretty much done it there, though, so we're going to want another one. And I think we can do it from here. Kind of annoying, but we'll put it up this end. And then we'll get that moving as well. And we'll set this one mainly for right there. So we want to push that as hard as we can. But really nice to see a good flow of iron and stuff coming in now. We should, once again, see all of our soldiers fill up. And let's go look at our trade again. So I think we finished that, didn't we? So we've got our treasure map. Let's do the next 3 ones because it makes them happy. And honestly, if we got any gold, no gold ore. So we're going to look for that when we can as well. Obviously going to be rare. There's gold and then there are hills, so I'm going to have to discover it with my guy. Geologist hut was the best thing ever, by the way. So good. So where should we get him to go? Try the mountain on the left. Let's see if he can survey this area. Now I'm going to start attacking again. So I'm going to come this side. I reckon if we push from here and just set it this way, I could thin most of them out. We've got 19 for now, so we'll see how we get on. Right, here we go. We have already got them in, so let's move forward a tiny bit, and hopefully we can draw one by one. Should be able to take these out. There we go. Come on in. Let's push forward again. So, yeah, we'll just try and thin them right down, because they do keep stealing from me, and it is kind of annoying. So we'll try and kill as many as possible. They're all the way down the bottom as well, so taking them down very quickly. We've lost a couple, but... And this one at the back has 80 as well, so quite a lot. Gonna send them all in. 43, come on. Problem is, once we get too close, we start pulling in the next one. Already down to 13, so not ideal. We'll continue pushing though. I don't know, this isn't bad. Not bad at all. Right, we got down to 19 this time, so next attack we're going to clear this one. Might kill a couple more. 16. 14. Absolute unit there, so we nearly cleared that one. Cool, we'll start building that one up again. I don't want to send them in yet though, so stop. Stop please. We'll wait over this area and we'll send you in one more time on the next round. Looks like we did the silver already, so I can go ahead and get rid of that one. Let's get the coal. Looks like we've started nickel. Very nice. So we now have our smelting set. It wants us to produce a nickel bar. Not a nickel bar, that's an absolute lie. I'm going to unpause it and we're going to say, to be fair, we probably want to go until we need it. And then in the other smelter with the furnace, we want to go until a certain number, right? So we'll try and get permanent 20 of those when we can. Now this is going to dig into our iron store. I am well aware of that, which is a bit of a pain. Look at all these thieves, man. Is there another one over there? I think there might be. And we've done a great job of pushing out this way now, guys. So I'm going to have to push this a bit further. And they've got a little bit more they can do. But we're going to go ahead and push right out. And then we're going to go ahead and get rid of that one. What have you just found over there? Ooh, emeralds, coal, iron. Okay. Oh, to be fair, did he find deep iron over here or was it all gems? Might have all been gems, actually. There you go. We produce steel. Not only can we craft new weapons, we can also access new buildings. I sketched the plans right away. Good. So that is now advanced quarries, which is the limestone. There we go. Let's get one of those in. And a stone mill produces cement. So the stone mill, though, we can't put up there. We can probably put it this way. And what I'll do is just get in a small limestone one and then a small cement one. Although I should probably only produce cement for what we need, right? So as we build things, that's the right play. In terms of other things, we've got the jeweler and we've got the steelsmith. So that's our halberd, steel shields. Oh, okay, we'll get one in, but I don't think we're going to need it yet. And another nickel vein discovered. Very nice. Okay, we want to push this area as well then. It's all about discovery, right? That's the main thing. You've got to just go out and discover. So we'll try and push that one as well. Right, we once again have loads of soldiers. I'm pretty sure we can clear this out with this one before it multiplies. I don't think it does at all though. So let's send these in. And we'll probably push in via this again. And I wouldn't mind going into some heavier units after this, because I think we're going to be able to push this way. So we could trade for maces. I might try and maintain 5 of those bad boys, and then we'll go down to 20 of those, right? Let's say 18 of those. That's good. And then there were some different trades we could do. Look at that. We now have 32 steel shields in stock. We can permanently just get shields from them. Output storage at trade post is full. Alright, well, maybe we should get a chunky storage on the go, shouldn't we? So I might start silver coins for the maces now, and that should help. So we're going to use those steel shields up anyway to recruit our elite soldiers, right? So we'll start getting those in once we get the maces. All right, let's go. Let's send our soldiers. They've split up, unfortunately, but hopefully they don't get pulled aside. And then we should, because there's some thieves on their way. Or is that my explorers? Yeah, they're definitely thieves. Our cement production is kicking in, not to brag, but the new builders designed with it are quite impressive. So we've got our last tier houses, large resident for 60 people. So I'm going to get some of those in. But the main thing with the cement is to build that thing we discovered. Where the hell is it now? We've expanded so much, I don't know where I am anymore. There it is. So the arcane, the Spellforger's tomb, we can build that one with cement. Requires 80. Honestly, that's going to be the thing we build. There we go. Look, we pulled the shields out, everything. We'll get a nice big storage centralized here for all of this area. One thing I was missing really prior, which is fine. Let's slow this down then and let's move on in. I might just full send it again. I think it should be fine. How many's left in that one? 81. So we should clear a big chunk. Where are you going, guys? This way, please. There must be thieves back at home. Let's go. Let's clear this number down. There's one. So we'll just push straight in as hard as we can on this one, to be honest. Don't think it matters too much. We're going to clear quite a lot of them, and the numbers are already dipping, but this is fine. The more we kill, the less they can steal from me. And oh, there's a third one down there. Of course there is. Now, I want to discover this area as well and see what's going on. I think it's absolutely fine. We're hovering around the 700 pop, so we've got house space. I just need to improve maybe the meals. I wouldn't mind trying to get one of these big ones in though. They're pretty cool, aren't they? Now, if I go down here, it's within tavern space. I'm going to do it. And then I will probably go ahead and get a couple more tables in. Don't know where's best to put them there. Let's get one more there. We are pretty low on wood, so I don't know whether to set up more woodcutters' huts. I think I'm going to get 2 over this way. How's your exploring going? You're doing pretty well over here, aren't you? Good. We actually have a good amount of iron in, but look at this. The next time we've got the elite soldiers, so we'll be sending those bad boys in with those maces, and that's going to be huge. So I'm going to stick a couple of storages in for these. We're going to go for normal wood and maybe softwood, just to kind of help that a little bit. Ah, if you get up to friend level with these guys, it gives you unlock of what they can see. Oh, gold vein discovered. Gold vein discovered. Okay, it's time. It's time, and it's within our zone. Boom, let's get this popping. Oh, that's exciting. We're going to make some gold coins. Right, for gold smelting then, we're going to have that specifically over this way. And this one is going to do nothing but gold. And we're going to just permanently smelt it. So get that moving, we should be good. The other ones I'm going to set to not do gold. I'm going to allow you to do silver if we've got it, but we'll turn off gold completely. How are we doing against the spectres, guys? Not great. I think we probably want to move up to the better tier ones, which is diamond ones. I don't think we have everything for these. So what's the next one? It's emerald wand. No, that's malthorn. Main one is spectre, but I think we just need to go up to 10 of these then and try and get 10 of them in there. Well, apparently my carriers are very busy. I wonder why. They've got a long old trek to go, haven't they? Have they done that nickel already, or can it keep going? Oh, all good. Fixed it. We're going to be smelting gold. We're going to be smelting gold. Just got to wait for the staff and units to come in. That's so good, man. There's loads there too. It looks like that iron hut's run out. So we may as well flip to copper. And then we'll get... So we got coal. Shall we get more stone? There's nothing else here, is there? It's mainly copper. Yeah, we'll get more stone in. And we'll just get rid of all this. Now, we do have quite a lot of silver over this side. So it would pay to probably grab it all. And population growing nicely again after building in the next big houses. So that's kind of what we want to do. We should have plenty of room. There is a lot of cement though. All right, what else do we have then? We didn't get the treasure hunters lodging, so maybe we go doing that. So these guys will just kind of go out looking, won't they? So let's get one of those in. A fort is 50 military units. Don't need that, if I'm honest. But a light spire has a eye of the spire, so this needs scholars. But this allows you to see really far, doesn't it? Let's get one of these as well. And we'll work our way towards seeing, I don't know, third Mordor, basically. That requires rope and cement as well, so that's going to take us ages to build. That's pretty much it though. I don't plan on kind of building the jeweler at the moment. I think I'm good to send my units back in for sure though, which is really exciting. So we now have some pretty chonky boys in this setup. We've got the actual strongest soldiers you can get, so I'm excited about that. And we should be able to finish this soon. I don't know if we're ever going to find these guys, but what we want to do with the factions, it's only one of the factions, so what we want to do is befriend him. And we smelted our first gold bar. There we go. So all our side objectives are completely done. We're going to want to trade something with these guys, and honestly, jewelry is the one. So Phoenix Quill. So maybe we do want a jeweler then. And we can try and make something. Let's give it a go. How's this looking? Well, that one's gone. Pretty much. We lose them all again. Right, they nearly killed that one, and they half killed that one, so we're good. Actually completely out of iron, so we could really do with kind of setting up over here. Good news is there is a good fair bit out this way to utilize. I just got hostile camp destroyed, so that means someone's gone over and killed it. So one more to go with 43 in, so it must have been a soldier that went over and absolutely annihilated him on her own. I'll just get these guys to kind of move here now. Just whilst we replenish it, and we'll go finish that last one. So I think we're going to need to find more limestone. Good amount of coal down there. A really short nickel on this map, which is really frustrating. And limestone for that matter. I can't see any... Well, there's loads over here actually. So we need to get across to that, don't we? So how far did we push the border? We've done pretty well. I think we're going to have to get rid of this and move it though. Let's go ahead and do that. How am I going to play this? I think... Well, we've gone all the way out to here, so that might be the way. I get it out this way. A long old walk. How do I path this in? What a nightmare. They've got to go all the way into there. Looks like Spire's almost there as well, though, which is awesome. Looks like my jeweler's in. So we are going to attempt some form. What have we got? We don't actually have anything yet, do we? Would be nice to get these in, though. Treasure map deciphered. Treasure located. Oh, right by our farm. So who does the treasure then? Ooh, Monument of Wisdom is the relics. Cool ancestral workers. Can't afford those yet, but that's exciting. Ah, Treasure Hunter's Lodge. Where the hell are you? I'm gonna come and dig that up. I'll get one more in maybe. I think we could trade for more tablets, couldn't we? Yeah, rune tablets. Let's do that one then. We're out of silver coins. Right, raising treasures. You need to be supplied with rations. They only start working once you use the focus point to tell them where to dig. Well, good news. Digging units incoming. You can dig right there, right? Do it. So I think they go ahead and try and decipher these tablets too, which is pretty interesting. I think we're completely out of iron, so we don't have many units left that we can do, but we're smelting up gold bars nice. We have silver. The other one is whether we go into something else. So realistically, we have quite a lot of copper. I could change to bronze swords, so we could just kick in with those. We could just get a bunch of those guys in, to be fair. Just whilst we wait, because there won't be enough otherwise. And they have rubbish attack power, but if we spam enough of them, it shouldn't be a problem. Oh, common treasure item found. Copper. Right, remarkable treasure items found. Silver coins. Ah, okay. Have a look around. Just keep digging then. They're kind of checking around the area and digging up random coins and stuff, which is quite nice. I wouldn't mind some iron ore. That would be fantastic. Although we are getting some now. I forgot I've set up this area. We're actually struggling with limestone now. So if we can pull some of that, which requires us to push over to this node. Ooh, golden ruby tiara. Okay, so basically treasure hunt around my own base. And they're digging up all sorts, which is pretty awesome. Ooh, what did you just find? So copper, 1 silver coin. These guys have found 3 silver coins, some copper, and a golden ruby tiara. Treasure found, but dig location not optimal. What's that? Steel ingot? Oh, these guys are awesome. Just keep digging up all sorts. I guess it's because it's within the area it said, so you've just got to keep digging. And remember, we are trading for the tablet stuff, so we're doing that. And I'm hoping there's no other gems we can trade with them, unfortunately, but we got an arcane key. Is that for our trade? The only other thing where was that tiara thing that we found? There's also an iron node there. 80 iron ore, that's worth putting down. Main treasure location found. You keep going, that's great. Arcane key. I mean, keep digging. It's pretty awesome. Kind of nuts, so just keep digging and finding treasure all around. Look at all this. Found a rune tablet as well. Can we do something with that? That'd be good. I've just realized we need some more water there as well, so let's go ahead and get another well in. Gold ore's pretty much gone, I think. There wasn't that much, it seems. Well, we managed to get 26 gold bars, so nothing too bad. We're doing great on silver. We've got good iron ore now, so we just need to get that smelting going. And I actually think getting a few of these treasure hunters in is quite a fantastic thing to do, because they are pulling in some good stuff. So you know what? I'm going to get some more, and I'm going to start digging over this side. Seems to do all right, so we may as well. Now I'm going to move this one to dig more localized around here, see if they can find anything. So they don't have to travel as far, so I'll get them to dig at their own spot. That's quite a cool thing to do, though. You get a lot from it. Like, just these steel ingots we're getting here means we can then get our elite soldiers in, you know. We're going to spam these numbers in, by the way, guys. We're going to go again down this way. Because I want to get this limestone. We need to keep pushing. All right, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, we're going to kill this pretty quickly, I think. Should be fine. A couple of elite guys in there. Absolutely obliterating. These guys are nuts, man. Come on, in you go. Let's take it. Got the plus 0.8 attack power as well. Beautiful. Right, where do we go to next? I think I'm just going to go across. I think we're clear. So we'll cancel that. We'll bring them back home. And hopefully they'll stop stealing from me now. Which was slowing me down quite considerably. But let's look over our town once again. There's more, apparently. Where are you guys coming from? Just killed you all. I think maybe another explorer's hut then. Should we get one down this way? And then what I'm going to do with this one is push it all the way down. See if we can find more of these sickles. Right, see how these treasure hunts are going. Right, no staff in that one, so nothing yet. This one's working. Look, it's dug up some gold coins. 4 relics. Yeah, this is crazy, man. What you can kind of dig up. It keeps your raw ticking over quite nicely. So once we get them hired in, we should be able to pick up quite a few more. We've uncovered 66.5 of the area. 294,196 square meters. That's pretty nuts. Oh, we found a diamond. Yeah, see, this is the one. We just need to keep digging everything up then. I can't get over how good that is. So with that in mind then, honestly, I reckon I could go... I'm going to try and get to 10 of the elite soldiers. Because those guys are going to come in really handy for this. I don't think we could do much more of our trade. So let's do another one of the free ones here. We have one of the sickles. So we can give a second one in, which will give us 10 more points. Nice. And then I should be able to trade some silver coins because we've been finding some for more maces too. This is the only one that kind of improves relationship though. Ah, look at that. They found a silver sapphire. So that's also another thing we can trade. So we can get 10 backpacks for 1 silver sapphire. Or once we get to friendly, 1 silver sapphire will get us that. That's pretty cool. I think the right thing to do right now is just spam out some of these explorer stations, right? I'm thinking about getting multiple. And what we're going to do is just push them out across the whole map, I think. And then these guys, I'm probably just going to keep pushing the digging. Try and make the goodies, you know, we're all good. And hope we can get something of this. Because we have, well, like we say, we've explored 67.2. And really, I'm going to try and explore 100% as well. And we don't want to build too much further. I'm pulling in that limestone, man. When we get that, I'm so happy. This is pushing really well. We're nearly there. And then we can move a little bit further. What I'm going to do is go... I might wait a little bit longer, actually, before we place one. And whilst I wait for those to come in, I am going to start at least placing some nice trees and stuff around where we'd have things. Oh, there's a little cat statue. Go on, then. We'll have one of those. And what I love is you can just place them free, you know, it's pretty damn cool. And just by chucking a few in, we'll definitely get some patches near the pub kind of area here. So a couple of nice bits of grass. It's a shame I can't paint them. What I'd love is like a tree painting option. I think that would be super cool. Now, good news is you can stick lights on the corners and it does look like it is part of something. So I'm going to try and do that a bit more. Now, there seems to be more bandits attacking as well, which is interesting. So I need to check that out. Yeah, looks good. I'll slowly put bits in. I definitely want to put more trees, though. I think it's the best looking one. But this little path garden. Oh, this is a 4x4. And it does fit in those little gaps, too. That's nice. So I'm going to blacken a few trees there. And then maybe one more cat statue in the middle. Why not? Even that really starts to look quite nice, actually, around the marketplace. Something in here as well. Maybe another light. We got one there, but we could get one that way. Maybe a tree by that one. Yeah, that's cool. We found a bandit camp down to the left here. So what we'll do is grab our soldiers, send those on a bit of fun down this way because they are ready. Let's go kill them. And we're fine anyway. This one only has 5 in it. I think it must be a new fresh one. Found some nickel. Oh, look at all this. There's loads of nickel. Oh, hello. You are friends with all Pagonian villagers on this island. Maria, scribe your faction. Continue this map. How did I manage that? Oh, we've delivered 3 so far. I want to finish this, and I want to finish this Spell Tomb Forge. And like I say, I want to uncover the whole map, but that's nice to get the achievement. Here come our soldiers. A few weak ones amongst it, but a few absolute units amongst it too. Look at their attack power. So even our small guys have actually got 4.3 instead of 3, so they kind of match. Oh no, not you. These are actually quite strong ones. But the big boys, honestly, this one will be able to take them all on his own. Not you. And we'll go on in and obliterate. Do it, do it. It's going to be the easiest camp to take. There it is. Beautiful. We don't really have anything. But yeah, like I say, I'm really happy about this nickel here. So I can go ahead. I wasn't expecting to complete it based on that. But that was my win condition, to befriend those guys. I'm going to get a nickel mine out this way. And we will connect it in. Loads going on. And then these explorer huts, I'm going to place out on the map. But to be fair, I've just realised they're out of range. So I'm going to get rid of these and I'm going to move them up. So we actually need them out this way. And I'm going to get 2 explorer huts quite far out. It's going to take some doing to build them. But it's going to be awesome. And these guys are practically pushed. No, they haven't. We can push all the way to here, so we'll keep that going. And I wonder if we can keep moving this. They're going to keep pushing it that way, so that's fine as well. Looking good. Look at this, though. Nearly 10 hours of gameplay in there if we were playing it at 1x right there already. And we did complete it, so I'm quite happy. Really want to find one more sickle, though. We're still going on the cement. I need this limestone, so I'm going to push this to get it. Right, I'll go ahead and get another explorer's hut because why not? They can get all this in. And whilst we wait with soldiers, we may as well put this number up. We are pushing in nickel now, so... Okay. Whilst I wait for one of these to come in, should we continue another one? So we've unlocked every trade here, haven't we? We can get faction rewards. I think we've pretty much got everything we need. So we can get steel padded armor for free. I can trade in for that. I think we go back to the maces. So we trade our silver coins for those because we've got 17. And there's the wraiths. I think I've found it. Broken tomb. So with that broken tomb then, we're going to want to get these guys over this way. Not you mining. These guys, though, to kind of do that. What I'm going to do is demolish that one and get in a bigger one. So we're going to go for a guard tower. And I'm going to move all the way up to here. This one is going to only have in the warlocks. And hopefully we can get 10 warlocks in to kind of deal with this. Because I think I saw 5. That should be fine. They're quite strong. A couple of them got more powerful. I can see more than 5. So there's multiple tombs. Yeah, we've got about, what's that, 13 wraiths that we need to kill. So it's kind of concerning, isn't it? Right, it's time to explore. Let's go. So we've got these guys. We'll send them out into the mist. And they're going to have the time of their lives. So these enemy camps then. I know we're sending the explorer that way, which is going to be a problem actually. It makes them lose their stuff, but at least we can kind of see what's going on. Is there a third? No, there's only 2, I think. So we'll go and try and clear that out. And then we'll be ready for the limestone when we can. So let's have a look. Which one was it? There it is, the advanced quarry. I could put it down now for when this is good. We've got... looks like limestone all the way. No, it's not limestone. There's still some thieves knocking about too. I'm just not quite sure where they're coming from. We'll see momentarily. We're on 75.1%. So, and rising actually. I think he's discovering out here. So it's going to be interesting to see what we can find. Good news is one of those spectres just got killed, I think. Yeah, there's only 6 in that one now. We killed 2. Whole bunch of limestone around the side of this cliff now. This is literally where everything was, I think. This end, a little bit unlucky with that. And there we go. So I should be able to get this in now with no problem at all. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll get the advanced quarry. Right here should be absolutely fine. So we can start getting that in. And that limestone is going to have its own little storage here. Because why not? And we'll probably move that to have a better storage a bit further down as well. So I think we had the one by the cement maker, didn't we? So we'll get it moved in I think I found the thief camp. There it is. 67 of the suckers. Let's go deal with that right now then. It's quite far away, but we have more than enough to deal with it. We've got a pretty hefty, sizable attack force. So, down this way. Boom. I'm going to send them straight in. I'm hoping they don't go that way. They should come around this bit and down. Yeah, there we go. Off we go. Let's go fight. And I imagine, yeah, most of this should be pretty solid. We've got some really strong guys in here. And I'm going to see how quick we can rinse down this thief camp. And the answer is very fast. Obliterating them. Look at the piles of shields they've got. 16. Is this everything they've stole off me? Gold bars? Silver bars? Silver ore? I'm pretty sure it is. Oh, there's another one there. Let's go one further then. Let's go kill that one as well. I don't even think we lost many. Okay, how many are coming back dressed as villagers as well? Get them all. Oh, a third one. Holy moly. Yeah, there's a lot. We have more than enough, I think, to deal with this. How many have we got left? Maybe not, actually. So a couple of big boys. Hopefully the replenishment of troops will be stronger ones. So 6 left in that one, only 15 left in that one. So they've pretty much killed everything. Yeah. Oh, here they come. My backup has arrived. Oh, that's hilarious. We've done 91.6% of the map. I think 91.8. We've got to clear out this Wraith for sure. So going to bring these guys back. Look at all these resources if we take over this area. It's quite a good amount. There's a diamond there as well. Some shield. Loads of shields. So there is 3. There's 3 spectre pits. I keep calling them wraiths because they look like wraiths. I don't know whether to... well, what is it to make for these guys then? Right. Let's go. First few then. I'm going to stand to the edge here or try and draw some in. Ours aren't that strong, so we have 2.7, but they have just over 5. 5.4 combat attack against these, and these have 3 attack power, so they are stronger. Just not as good. Come here, this way. I don't think they can go that far. Right, we'll just send them in, because they're going to get replenished anyway. There we go. Oh, vanquishing pretty quickly, so we killed one. That was quick, guys. Well done. Into the next one. What ingredients do you get from these? Nothing. Just clears them out, I guess. Oh, they're doing fine. I haven't even got those on my bar here. There they are. And the last one then. I think we're going to do it with just these guys. You legends. We're on 94% of the map too. One more, buddy. Let's go. Boom. Defeat all enemy camps on a single map. That's the one I wanted, baby. We got it. Okay, so where needs to be uncovered? This side. So that's easy enough then. Explorers camps. I can't go down there because there's no way I can get back up. But we'll get another one in. And we'll get this last bit explored as well. Because, wow, I'm going to guess there's an achievement for it. I really want to believe there is. Because it seems like the sort of thing that would have an achievement, right? Explore 100% of the map? We'll see. And whilst we also wait, I'm going to slap in a couple of smaller houses just to use up some of the resources. Because I want to get the population up a little bit more. And then, like, kind of beautify the area a bit, you know? Have something nice for these guys. Couple of trees or something, and some seating. Maybe another cat, because why not? It's a cat statue, right? But 97.6 already clearing out this way, so you may as well come down this side now. Get that done. Actually a pretty fun game. I would love to try this on the hardest difficulty. Guys, you'll have to let me know if that's something you want to see again. I learned a lot just doing this run. We're on the 2nd from hardest difficulty, so still pretty good. But it would be, I would say, pretty damn cool to do more, you know? So you'll have to let me know on that. I'm sure there's much better ways to do it. And we'll have a quick look over. We'll get rid of those objectives. Oh, you can literally click that and it shows everything. That's quite handy. Oh, and those of you that are wondering, the map ID is just here as well. So have a quick look at that. And if you wanted to play on the exact same map, it's down there if you're in the game as well. All right, let's have a little look over the town. It's pretty damn big, isn't it? I might do a bit of loveliness, actually. Get a few more trees and stuff in where we can. There's bits where it won't fit, but there are some where it will. There it is. That's much better. Yeah, some lovely trees around the place by all the taverns. All sorts. And then we go up. It is a pretty sprawling place, to be honest. All the layered houses up here as well. Pretty awesome. People just chilling. Another tavern this side. Another bit that we've just built over here as well. Start of a new little outpost almost, whilst we uncover the last 0.2%. Claimed area is the other one, obviously. 40, so we almost claimed 50% of the area. There it is, though, the map. Completely cleared, so we can see everything now. Bar a 0.2%. Yeah, you can customize it too to not be so hilly and not mountainy as well. I like the challenge of having to build around the mountains, if that makes sense. So there's something to consider as well. I'd like to see what else they're going to bring. And the game also has a full campaign, which I'll probably play myself, to be fair. I've quite enjoyed having a bit of fun on this one. So quite nice, really. But come on, last 0.2%. Where are you? Oh, there's actually a second Spellforger's tomb right at the far end of the map here too. There it is. Oh, construct a light spire. Oh, we finished the big boy. That's where all our cement was going. Ah, look at this. So this has an explore radius of 250 meters, so that completely opens the map for you anyway. This thing's so cool. And a light spire watch passive detects and warns of approaching enemies in a large radius. Eye of the spire. Lift the fog of an unknown target location. Mana cost 40. So I'm assuming you can create mana from something. That's quite interesting. We have some scholars in there either way, though. Pretty cool looking building, I'd say. I can never help myself in these games where I want to just keep going. I think I'm going to build the population up a little bit more and do some more decorating, especially in this area. Really hoping I could get a small house. I know it sounds a bit silly, but I kind of want to put one in there with a little road too. I don't think I can go in there though. That's annoying. I might need to get rid of that one. I think that's fine though. And then I'll see if I can replace something else in there. No, but we can put some more around. And then why not make it something quite fancy around here too. And I love their snapping tools. They're pretty awesome, aren't they? So you can get things going. One thing I haven't really looked into is how efficient the farms are, but honestly, one veg farm and one of the other farms for nearly 1,000 population, literally just this, is serving us really well. I know we've got bread. I say we've got bread. We did have bread, but it isn't actually cooked right yet. So, but here's all the resources. Main thing was like mining and stuff. For the most part, we managed to get loads of it done, didn't we? Which is pretty damn cool. Population's still rising as well, so let me do a bit more decorating. Let's get rid of that a second. And just by placing a few trees throughout the place, this is the view I like. So if you can go up to the top of the mountain, you can typically see all the way down to the bulk of your settlement. And I love it. And then obviously their settlement right here is much smaller, to be honest. They've kept everything centralized. They had a much flatter kind of land to work with than we did. We've gone more grid-like, but I really like it. It looks pretty damn cool with a few of the decorations in. Now, one thing I'm doing is we've obviously got quite a bit of limestone. I need to get way more of this sorted. And I'm hoping we can start building this again. So let's come on in and check out the cement forge thing. We'll get a couple more in. There we go. So stone mill or two. I think we'll go ahead and try and get 2 of those in. Get these built because I am intrigued by the Spellforger's tomb, which literally has a little hatch door. And just looking back at these treasure people as well. Look how many jewels they dig up. So I was just going through. They found 59 relics. Can be analyzed to gain mana at the Monument of Wisdom. That was where you get mana. Okay, so where is the Monument of Wisdom? There it is. So that requires 15 cement though, which we've only just started building again. And some cloth. Wow, this thing's huge. So the mana, is that how we cast the spells then? I feel like we kind of have to get this thing in because it feels like it should be. So let's get it in this end as well then. We'll work on that. Because honestly, these guys are finding some sort of treasure. It's great. We're pulling up straight rings and amulets too, which is pretty damn cool. But yeah, I really want to see what we can do with these. There's so many workers that actually crack on with the building now, so... And there we go. We got a good amount of cement just ticking in again. So that's awesome. Right. I don't think there's any more of these sickles anywhere unless you can find them from the tomb. So might be worth us trying to send some of these necklaces. Have we got any? Just having a look. We've only got one. But may as well get some backpacks or something. Why not? And we did, in fact, get a jeweler in. And that jeweler can make our stuff. Didn't take him long to get that cement in, did it? And the cloth is all coming in as well. Monument of Wisdom won't be long. Quite excited to see this building, actually. We're going to get some mana. I wonder if the scan picks up where all the items are, too. Because actually, you know what? There's loads of nickel around my place now. We just had to do deep mining for it. And it's the same with the gem mines, to be fair. I haven't been using them, so should probably utilize that. And we actually want emeralds. There we go. Last pieces of cloth coming in. The Spell Forger's... No, the Monument of Wisdom. Sorry, not the Spellforger's tomb. Let's get rid of that. Is done. So they fill it up with relics, it appears, and that converts into the mana. Got you. And then the mana from that can be used to scan, which we already see here, 18 coming in. What does this say? Burn wood to produce mana. This also produces mana. And we're over 1,000 pop now. That's awesome. Love it. Things you love to see. Production's pretty insane. Look at this. The amount of people transferring to these storages because we're running low. It does make me realise that I probably need a few more. Look at them all. Oh, queuing to use it. And yeah, this is a really good example of how the queuing works, actually. So your roads and how you lay out where storage is actually really important. You could probably get some more roads coming through the middle of everywhere. Which does make sense. There we go. Start adding to where they can walk. Look. Little extra ways to come through. My little ants. Oh, I've just seen. Sorry, this one is built. You have to build both. Oh, so the other forge was all the way out this way, wasn't it? You know what? I'm doing it, guys. I am committing to getting this. So let's get a couple of guard towers out this way. It's going to be a bit of a nightmare to get a road through, but hopefully we can. Yep, we can. We're going to get these built, and I'm going to push these as far out as we can to get across to the Spellforger's tomb. So we'll get both of them kind of going directly out to it. Ooh, rare valuable treasure item found. Scarlet Grimoire. What is that? An arcane artifact which strengthens the powers of your warlocks, usually discovered by digging up treasures with the treasure hunter. Oh, so this is how our units were getting much stronger. We were finding artifacts that make them stronger, right? Yeah, this digging stuff is absurd, though. We found 7 diamonds as well. Like, I can't get over it at all. And here we go. We're just starting to push these guys out, hopefully, then. So what I'm going to need to do is delete out some of the others. Not you. So we're going to have to bin off the ones that aren't doing anything so we can get those explorers moved. There we go. We'll move them all across and they should come over. Perfect. Yeah, we'll have 10 in each and they'll it's honestly, it shouldn't take them long to get over here. They're already over this way. They did that very quickly. They're right down in the trees, so we're almost there. What I'm going to need to do is connect the road in. So we'll bring this around. We've got a lot of cement. What I'll do is probably just get a little cement thing over this way. Right, we're almost there. I've pushed it all the way down. I'm going to have to bring the road around the tree line here to get it. But we've got another one in place. I've even got some cement inbound ready, so we only need 40 total just to speed things up, coming into a little store over this way. And look at this. We found the last sickle. So I can complete that one now. So we're going to continue that bad boy. Let's get that trade done. And that's how we got leveled up, actually. Each sickle has given us 10 influence. Right, we have reached it. Hopefully I can hit the roads to this thing now. There we go. And we can start getting this thing built. So 25 beams, 25 stones, 40 cement. We have everything anyway, so we'll get all that stuff in now, hopefully. I do need to probably turn these guys off now. Let's flip them over to some soldiers or something. And we'll make sure we defend and kill the balls, because they're going to be a nightmare otherwise. And there it is, look. Yes, 73%. I'm kind of just excited to see what it does, if I'm honest. It's like everything, I know, when you're playing these types of games. There's always these little bits you'll find. So I'm hoping this... Well, I'm assuming it's going to be something mana related, but I might be wrong. The good news is we've got quite a few bits, so... Obviously completed those trades. The silver sapphire necklaces, we're not going to be able to do that, but I at least want to get this spell forger's tomb. I wonder if you can excavate from there. And the final piece is going in. Right, we've completed it. And what the hell does this do now? So that classes us claiming them, but then what does it do? I don't see anything. Oh, right, I got you. It's 40% reward towards befriending the factions for completing it, which we didn't need. We're already friends with them. Guys, let's have a little look around the place then. We've taken over almost all the map, to be honest. 60.3 actually claimed. We've got bits everywhere. That's kind of run out. But we're looking good. Let's go. Let's hide all that so you can get a good look over the town and the settlement we have here. So the main bulk, as you know, all the way around this beautiful thing. Lovely little pottering about. All the way over, and it's cool because yeah, I love the dynamic where it's different. And I hadn't genuinely played a Settlers game since I was probably about 10. I don't know. I can't even remember which one was called, but I've still got the physical copy of it. I'll try and post a picture to the community tab or something if I can dig it out. But guys, thank you so much as always for joining me. Really, really appreciate it. I've had great fun with this one. It's different, but it's fun for sure. And they've done a good job on it, I think. As always, guys, if you could show the video some love, it really does help me. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you aren't already as well. And check out the links in the description, genuinely, if you use Twitter and that. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I'm trying to make it a good place again where I talk just about gaming, really. So do go ahead and check that out and follow me on there, and check out Patreon and memberships on the channel as well. As always, guys, I hope you have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.